Welcome to the Tradish Podcast. This is Episode 2, Part 1, and today we're going to be talking about food budgeting. This preview is from the first module called Foundations, and I'm going to be reading the first 2 classes from the first module. The full course is in the show notes, and currently we have a pre-sale discount of 40%. Now let's get on to it. Module 1, Foundations. To build confidence in your future optimized food budget, you need clarity, which comes through knowledge. In order to begin something important with the conviction to carry you through to the end, you need to think through why you're doing what you're doing. In this module called Foundations, you're going to get philosophical and start thinking at a foundational level about why you spend money the way you do. Class 1. Treat your home like a business. Here at Tradish, we have a firmly held belief that the household is a business. If you want to run an optimized household that is ticking over and saving money, you need to run it like a successful business is run. So, how is the home like a business? The home is a system of different departments that must all operate optimally and complementary to each other for the overall holistic health and purpose of that household, which ultimately is to serve the family and to assist the family in achieving their financial goals. Some departments of the household include finances, food, cleaning and maintenance, laundry, entertainment, and the inventory within the household. In order for your home to run well, each department needs to be broken down and organized so that the household can operate efficiently. Any business functions optimally when all departments work in unison to achieve the business's goals, one of which is to make profits. There are many departments within a business and household that are held in common, like finances, inventory, and cleaning and maintenance. A good business makes sure that all departments, from the lesser to the greatest, are operating as efficiently as possible, because if one department is struggling, it will negatively impact the overall health of the business. Which department is the most important department within a business? The financial department. Because if that area isn't functioning well, it will lead to the failure of the business. Any good business has a solid grip on its finances and knows exactly what is coming in and out and when. Not only that, any good business has clearly articulated and plans goals and strategies for how the business can continue to grow and for how it can use, invest, and gain profits. Treat your home like a business. Every family has future goals and needs, and money is most likely the way to achieve them. This means that, like a business, you need to have a solid grip on your financial department and know your household's incomings and outgoings inside and out. You should also have clearly articulated and planned goals and strategies for how your household uses and gains profits. Food budgeting and good food management is one major way you can benefit your household's finances, and I'll explain why later. When your home is optimized like a business, you'll realize that your home can generate income for your family. How is this done? Through saving money. Have you ever heard the saying, "A penny saved is a penny earned"? This means that by reducing your spending, by optimizing your household finances with food, you are making money. This is one way you as the homemaker can generate additional income for your family. How does food impact your finances so much? Food is your second largest expense apart from mortgage or rent payments. Not only that, food is your largest controllable expense. Rent or mortgage payments are largely out of your control, as well as many of your utilities. But when it comes to food, you can choose exactly how much you spend or waste on it. Not many households recognize the impact food has on their finances, and so buy their groceries without any strategic budget or meal plan that guides their spending. The average family and newlywed couple tend to run their households aimlessly without a strategy and without having long-term goals. Bad food management and the wasted money through this is a symptom of this issue. Later on in this course, you're going to explore these issues in more detail. If you're the homemaker within your household, you need to view yourself as managing a business and take interest in all departments of the house, delegating where necessary. Finances, however, should be the first department to conquer because you're most likely the one doing most of the spending. When done rightly, you'll have additional income or more in savings for your family to put towards your financial goals. In a business, good employers send their employees on training courses so they're competent and are continually upskilling. Homemaking is just as important a job that requires studying, strategy, and skill, much like being a good manager. Due to my lack of skill and knowledge of good homemaking, the first years of marriage were one of the most difficult periods of my life. Please learn from my mistakes so you can avoid them in your life. In embarking on this journey to mastering the home through food budgeting, you're taking the first steps to change that will set you off on a better path than I was on. View this course as your training so you can conquer your finances for the optimization of your household and reach your goals. While you're getting into the nitty-gritty of the course, reflect on these questions. Do you know exactly what amount of money is coming in and going out of your household and when? Imagine if a business spent money like you spent money on food. Would the business close down? If you were employed to manage the financial department of a company like you're currently managing your household's finances when it comes to food, would you lose your job? Class 2, articulate the problem. In order for you to be able to move forward with intentional food budgeting that saves money, you need to understand and articulate what your food spending problems are and how much money you're losing. You might be surprised by how many problems are directly impacting your finances. When pursuing a career, you need to develop skills that add value to people's lives. These skills are developed through education. For example, if you want to become an accountant or a chef, you must go to higher education or at least become an apprentice to do so. A good business regularly trains their employees so they can keep on top of their skills. Much like the above professions, you need training in order to manage food and finances well. Homemaking is a job that requires skill, like financing, which must be learned. You can't expect to simply make good financial choices when you become an adult. For many people, however, they are expected to pick these skills up off the ground or learn the hard way through trial and error, which leads to financial setbacks in the future. Being well trained in necessary life skills like money and food management before marriage is a very reasonable and logical thing to do. It is irrational to expect to pick these skills up instinctively without suffering financially. There's a lot of common sense behind good homemaking. Personal responsibility needs to be taken for bad financial choices. However, realize that if you've never been trained well to handle these necessary life skills in adulthood, you are bound to make mistakes. The goal now is to learn from those mistakes and learn from other people's mistakes. However, there are many other factors that contribute to bad food spending. Our Western culture is an excessive culture with a heavy emphasis on materialism, luxury, and indulgence. It is a particular problem when it comes to food. There are benefits to the enormous variety of food and cuisines that are available to us, but there are also downfalls that are impacting your finances. A heavy expectation for very flavorful and various meals in the home has developed in our time, and clever marketing, cravings, and spontaneity has replaced careful planning and budgeting that was practiced generations ago when it comes to food. I love cooking shows just like the next person. However, TV and internet food culture tends to predominantly focus on trendy or complex meals that spread across a wide variety of cuisines that are often expensive or inconvenient to cook. Many homemakers feel they need to provide various and very flavoursome meals on a day-to-day basis. Younger homemakers in particular lack a repertoire of meals that help them optimize their time and money while considering health and flavour. This has led to other bad habits and practices that waste time and money, like a lack of a thorough meal plan, food waste, filling our pantries to the brim with single-use items that will probably never be used up, and spending large amounts of money on a small amount of food. At Tradish, we want to change this culture and have many easy and affordable recipes on our website that are humble, hearty, and healthy. Food waste has become an unprecedented problem with large grocery outlets, but it's also a problem in our homes. There are many consequences of food waste, but it personally impacts you because you are in essence burning your money when you waste your food. This clearly reinforces that food optimized means more money in the bank. By wasting food, you're using up your inventory of food that you spent money on far too quickly, and you'll soon have to repurchase, wasting money. Food waste doesn't just happen because of overspending or spending on too specific and expensive food items. It's also because of disorganization and ignorance as to how harmful food waste is to your finances. If you're not organized, you'll keep wasting your money through bad food management. Many homemakers recognize they're spending and wasting too much money in food, but don't know what to do about it. Generally, they're already trying to juggle so much without having a proper schedule or without delegating, so they feel too overburdened to sit down and do the work for a good food budget. Were you ever intentionally trained in life skills like finances, budgeting, and food management? Why or why not? Who should have taught you these life skills? Do you feel overwhelmed planning meals because there's too much variety? Do you think your meal choices may be unnecessarily impacting your wallet? Do you feel like you're too overburdened to work out your finances? I hope you found that valuable. And again, check out the course that is in the show notes below. Included in the course is a downloadable workbook that you can print out that will help you craft your very own food budget by going through step-by-step assignments. We're now going to move on to part 2 of this podcast episode, where I'm going to be previewing part of the second module for this course. This, however, is only available for our Tradish members. See the link in the show notes, and I hope to see you there. Keep it Tradish.